And welcome to Grandad Reviews. Today we're going to have a closer look at the Blackmagic Video Assist 12G. Going to look at what you need to do to set it up when you first get it. Look at how it manages the cards, media, recording media, and also have a look at how it compares monitor wise against the Shinobi and what differences you'll probably see there. So when you first get the Blackmagic, you obviously realise that there's two ways to power it. On the back we've got two Sony MPF batteries, and you can check their percentages on the screen. So I've got one at 28% and one at 99%, and it will use that other one first, but there's no I've got AC here which was not plugged in. And then you've got two types of media you could use on it. You can use an SD card on the side in its SD slot, or an SSD. I've got the T5 here connected to the USB-C port on the bottom, and that's the first bit of a niggle. That USB port being on the bottom is so close to the middle Q20 mounting point that you can't actually get anything mounted onto it unless you put an extender of some kind. So you end up mounting it on one side of it like that. If that could have been somewhere else, that would have been very helpful. So you've got those two medias, and along the bottom here it'll show you that I've got 23 minutes worth in the SD, and I've got 128 gig pro grade SD in there, and I've got 182 minutes on this 1 terabyte T5. And if you press on those, it will bring up the actual media page. So I've got pro grade card there and the T5 there. One little thing you've got to be aware of, it took me by surprise. On this page it says format card, and when you press that, it's only going to format the SD card. So we'll go through that. You can either, if you're using Mac, you can go Mac OS X extended, or Windows, which I use, exFAT. You press format and it says, do you want to format? We go yes. Press it again, and you have to hold on that format until a little tick comes up, and then it'll format it and you're ready to use. But there doesn't seem to be anywhere there to format the T5. If the media's got a blue stripe along the top, that's what it's going to be recording to. So if I click on that one, it's now going to write to the T5. But if I press format card, it's still pro grade again. The only way to format the SSD is to go to the drive list, then highlight the T5, then you can format the drive in exactly the same way. So go into there, you can change the name if you wish, format drive, do you wish to, go yes, hold it down, tick, and it will format, and it's ready to use. So I've highlighted that. So now down at the bottom here, that one's blue, that's ready to record. So if I hit record, that'll turn red and it's now recording. Go into the card ones, you can't do anything once it's recording. So we'll stop it recording. Highlight the program on, hit record, it's now recording on that media. Once that media is full, it will then switch over to the other media, whichever way around. So that's your media that's in there. Now other settings on here, obviously that's how bright the screen is, and I'm at 200 nits here. Now I can go all the way up to 2,500. You've got the contrast of the screen and the colour of the screen. So as you can see, I've got a colour chart on here and it looks pretty good. It's a little bit warm but not too bad. I've done a custom white balance on the camera, so it's got a little bit of a warm cast to it, but it's not too bad, I must admit. And if we go to the scopes, which is this one here, I've got waveform and I've got parade. And looking at the parade, that white card, yeah, it's pretty much spot on white. All the peaks are about the same. So it is just the monitor that's a little bit warm. If we go into here, we can change the saturation. I'm at 60% here. Go to 50. To be honest, it doesn't make a great deal of difference. The warmness stays there, whichever way you go. So let's just have a look at that compared to the Shinobi. So now you can see the difference between the Blackmagic and the Shinobi in colour wise. Now actually on the camera that I'm recording with, it looks a bigger difference than it does in real life. Looking at the screen directly, yes, the Blackmagic is definitely warmer, but it's not quite as much as actually on the screen. But there is a difference. Compared to the camera, I would say the Shinobi is closer. Now the other differences that I found, which I prefer on the Shinobi than I do the Blackmagic, is if I want to bring up the assists. So at the moment, obviously just looking at the screen, but if I want to see the false colours, I just touch, I've got false colours. If I want false colours on the Blackmagic, we have to go up there and then switch them on, and then I get the false colours. Also, if you notice on the Shinobi, you've got the false colour scale down the side, so you can actually see where your colours are. So as you know, red's blowing out, yellow further down, your light greys are your skin tones, and then coming down. But on the Blackmagic, there's no scale, so you have to, if you don't know what they are to start with, you're going to have to look them up. So to turn, obviously turn these off on this one, just press that again, and you have to turn it off. So if I want to look at the peaking, and then up, so peaking on the Shinobi, one button. Peaking on here, if I weren't on that screen, is obviously up to that. Peaking, turn it on, and I'm on 90% on here, and on 90% on there. It's easier to adjust on that, but it's quicker to get to here. So I come out of that. If I want to do peaking, I just press on there. Again, I'd have had to brought this screen up, turn it on. And the other thing is, if I've got, say, false colour on, same on here, I've got false colour on. If I dismiss that, so I've got a full screen, and same on there by flicking down, touch here, straight to false colours. Touch here, I've lost it. So now I've got to go back up to that, turn it off. So that's quite a big difference there. And then when it comes to scopes, on the Shinobi, I can bring the scope straight up. On the Blackmagic, we go to scopes, then go to waveform. Now with the Shinobi, I can change that down to a little one at the bottom, all the way along, but at the bottom, I'll bring it up. Whereas on the Blackmagic, it's where it is. Then parade, I can do the same. Made a parade on there. Again, we can move this around if we want to. We can also, same as here, go to settings, I can change the opacity and the brightness, same on both. So background opacity, bring there, same on there, so I can see a bit more of the screen. Vector, I think the vector scope on the Blackmagic is better, so we can zoom in on this one, double tap and you can zoom 2 times on or 4 times, and I think the vector scope is certainly better on the Blackmagic. But also on the Shinobi we've got an RGB waveform, whereas on Blackmagic we haven't, we've just got the basic one. We've got a histogram, and we've got a histogram here, but we've also got RGB histogram, haven't got there. And the other good setting on the Shinobi is this one here, where you've got everything laid out. So I've got my waveform, I've got my RGB histogram, I've got the vector, I've got my audio meters all in one spot. So I find the actual user interface a lot easier on the Shinobi. And also we've got on this, as you go into the Shinobi more, we've got the blue to look for noise, zoom in 1 to 1, zoom in double. If I had a 4K signal I can go in 4 times. We've got safe margins, we've got our guides, and we've got D-squeeze, all available just there. Now if I want to do the same on the Blackmagic, to get the blue only, we have to go into there for our noise, obviously go back into it. Peaking we can change on there, whereas on the Shinobi it's on the sub menu. If we want to zoom in, we can just double tap, but we only get a 2 times zoom, but we can move picture around, and we can do the same on the Shinobi. And if we want our guides, we have to go bring that one back down, go into it, and then we can go through it. We've got grids, which we haven't got on the Shinobi, which is handy. And if you want to de-squeeze, you've got to do it here. 133. Then if you want to go back in, 166. 2 times. 1 done. Now the one good feature I do like about the Blackmagic, I can put the histogram down the bottom here. Obviously I can put the histogram up down there. Don't think I can move it, no. But again you've got the histogram down here. Only trouble is you lose some of the transportation icons. And the other thing that people were asking about was latency. I'll bring it down to look at the camera. Is it any more than the Shinobi? Wouldn't say so. I would say the Shinobi and Blackmagic were about the same. There's definitely some latency there, but I don't think it's a major problem. Now would I recommend the Blackmagic? If you want a recorder, and just a recorder, you're not worried about the monitoring side of it as much, then yes, it's very good. The DNX files I'm getting out of it are really high quality. They edit smoothly as anything on my computer. But if you want it as a monitor for actually using it for correct colour and everything, I don't think I could recommend it. Even as good as I can get it here, I'd say the back of the screen is closer to the Shinobi. The Blackmagic is a lot warmer, and I can't really alter it no matter which way I go. It still stays warm. No matter what you do, it still stays very warm. I mean, looking at that, the Shinobi is a lot closer to the monitor on the back of the camera than that, and looking at it in real life, yeah, I would say Shinobi is definitely the better in the monitoring section. And I say with the ease of the controls for monitoring, I find that a lot better. And some people have asked about the noise of the fan. So if we start recording, so let's have a listen to the fan. I'm up against the MPF batteries, so I'm about 2 inches away from the fan. I'll back away, so about 6 inches away, approximately a foot away from the fan, and I'm in a 20-degree room. So that's the fan noise while it's recording. I'll stop it recording. Right, so that's my second look at the Blackmagic monitor recorder. As a recorder, yeah, it's excellent. So if you just want a monitor and you're not worried about the recording features, I'd go with the Shinobi. Colours are very accurate, and you can actually calibrate this. Alright, you need an adapter that plugs in, but you can calibrate it with spider calibration, whereas as far as I know with the Blackmagic you can't. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Want to be notified? Hit the bell. Till next time, see you later.